Yes. Now, changing gears, we're gonna head on over to a Nas conversation. And I don't know why, and maybe y'all could tell me better. Why is Nas always the person that people want to debate about his legacy and his career? But
because he liked that.
Maybe that's why. But
I didn't know it was a debate. What's the debate?
People always try to have this conversation about relevancy when it comes to Nas and how relevant he is or he isn't, and knowing the songs, not knowing the songs.
I've seen that in I only saw that once with the little young boy was saying he liked Jim Jones better than Nas, but Nas is on the Mount Rushmore. Like, there's no debate about who Nas is.
Definitely on the Mount Rushmore. Probably one of the nicest lyricists and MCs in hip hop ever.
Yes, he's that guy. He's one of them. He's one of them ones.
Yes,
I'm not arguing with you guys. I'm just saying I don't understand why people even like to toss up the conversation. But speaking of conversation, so Fivio, who's home now, he sat down with Jim Jones. Jim Jones has a platform that he's doing called FTC. It's like artist to artist, and he sits down and has these conversations. And Fivio's been dragged for one of his takes about Nas in the conversation. Let's take a listen.
Well, look what I just went through with the whole Nas situation and like that.
These things better than Nas. I'm gonna tell you why.
No, let's not get.
All right, let me just say one thing. I grew up with like Sosa, Gino, and I'm not saying that the man is wacky. He's not a legend. He's been out for years. Look at a song with the. But I can't sit there and say a Nas bar to you or a song. I like One Mic or like a song.
But I can. Nas was my era. Like I came up. When I we knew I know the Nas.
Yeah, so people of course were pretty upset about the comments, and I will say maybe I don't know if it's like the tone, the demeanor, or what, but I didn't think that he was dissing Nas. I thought he was just being honest about not being able to name songs, but understanding that he's a legend. But conversation took a life of its own. Of course, clips.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
I don't give a damn what Fivio Foreign think about Nas. I don't care.
Why not? Just because it's Fivio?
Fivio is 34 years old, right? He didn't grow up on Nas. He grew up on his biggest influence was Chief Keef.
And that's his opinion. There's nothing wrong with that.
That was his era.
Like, you know what I mean? Tell what eras and
there are people that when you hear rappers, they be like, oh, I really wasn't into Jay-Z. You know what I mean? They weren't into Big. Like they weren't into certain people, but
that's fine. That's his opinion. But I don't care. Nas is solidified.
Yes.
Regardless of what Fivio Foreign thinks about Nas.
Yeah, wait. In 20 years from now, in 30 years from now, you'll still be hearing If I Rule the World.
Y'all not teaching me nothing. I'm just bringing the conversation here. I think my main point is why is it always Nas? Because remember 21 Savage had tried to make the comment about the relevancy and irrelevancy before too, and people had to come out and be like, it's Nas. What are we talking about right now? It is. They between Nas and Jay-Z, people like to do that as well.
You know why? Because Nas and Jay-Z are the bar. Yes. When you're the bar, people are always going to compare themselves to you. Like, you're the bar. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. You're going to always be the person that somebody, wants to make a comparison about because you're the bar.
Like, I like Chingy.
That's exactly why I don't care about what Fivio Foreign thinks. That's exactly
what. There was a whole era. Like, he had Chameleon had too. Definitely had this.
By the way, you're not lying. I'm not going to sit there and act like Chingy and Chameleon didn't have a moment.
Yeah, thank you.
But there's a difference between moments, relevancy, and consistently classic
legacy.
Like, we acting like Nas didn't just put out King's Disease Volume 1 through 3.
Just got a Grammy.
And won a Grammy for that.
Like, you're right.
Like, come on, we got to stop. Like, this is stupid. But like, we're comparing Nas to a lot of these artists. Like, come on.
It's silly.